All right, everyone. Hey, and welcome to this brand new live stream from Crypto Intel. My name is Mark, and in this episode, we're going to be checking out Flipchain.ai, and we're going to see any questions that you might have in relationship to Flipchain and its capacities and how to use it. So I think I've posted this yesterday just to see if you guys had any questions, because a lot of you guys are just writing to me in private messages, in comments, and in other ways, and asking me about WTF is Flipchain and how do I use it. So I'll definitely be hopping into it. So be sure to write some questions, guys, in the question box. So what I'll do is I'll explain to you meanwhile, while I'm waiting here for people to connect. I'm basically going to explain to you the basics of it. So let me see here. Let me just go. Well, actually, as you can see here, I've erased the demos that I've done in the past few days where I was actually demoing the way to trade and to flip. So basically right here, you see that with Flipchain, I've made, let's see here, approximately 27 or actually 28% already in gains. So this is really, really great. And we're gonna get into the different details to understand what is this, what are these numbers, what is the compound, what is the life delta, what is it CWLD, and of course, what are flips and why are flips existing on Flipchain. So basically, guys, a flip chain is a chain of trades. So imagine that you're flipping houses, you're buying them on a low price, and then you're selling them at a high price. Well, you just flipped the house. And by flipping, you made a gain. So if the price market is going down, then in that case, you're losing money. So this is the same thing. Let us go into Rune. For example, I think so this is the crypto asset that I was flipping like approximately 7 hours ago. As you can see, I started off with a low price because I've seen the rune that it was going to go up. So I purchased it at somewhere around, this was 7 hours ago. So yeah, it was somewhere around here. And then I just let it go. And well, when I say let it go, what I mean is that I just let it grow in value. And once it's growing in value, then you can clearly see the percentages going up. So I'll demonstrate this in just a second. But here you can see that I purchased it at $3.93, and then I let it go at $4.13. So this generated a 5.22% in gains. And this was pretty much in the same hour, as you can see right here. So this basically goes on, and I just, again, wait for it to drop. So I just look at the live delta here, and when it drops, well, automatically I'll go in Binance, and I'll see if the curve makes sense, if it's good to get in, if it's good to get out. So this is normally done by just analyzing different patterns throughout the price range. So the live delta percent, it just means the live difference percentage between your position, which is, let's say, a sell or a buy, and the current price. So imagine you buy a banana at $1. Okay. Well, if you buy it at $1, you wait for the price to go up so that you can sell it at a higher price, right? Let's say it goes up by 20%. It means that you'll sell it at $1.20, right? So it's the same thing here. Now, if you add all of these little differences on a daily basis or even on an hourly basis, let's say you make 2% here, 2% there, another 2% 3 hours later, you get yourself 6%. And you can do this because, let me just show you what I mean here. Actually, I'm gonna go into Paint. So imagine, you start off with $1. So you let it go at $1.50. And then the price goes down to $1. Let's say, yeah, it goes down to $1 here again. So you can basically buy an extra like 50% of an extra banana. So you'll have one banana and then a half at the same price. So you see, you have it at a discount. So you have more bananas at the end. If you buy your banana at $1 and you let it go at a higher price, then you get yourself more money. And then as you keep on trading with more money, you get more bananas. And then same thing, you just keep on going and going. And you don't have to always come back in the same crypto asset. You can just take your money out and go and do this with peaches or with avocados. So it's the same thing. You gotta wait for the price to be right and purchase it. So basically, that's the essence of Flipchain, because you basically have a string or a chain of trades which are flips. This is how they're known in the industry. And you can also see here that the trade delta, it's literally the difference of your trade, meaning that imagine that, look, you go from this price to this price. This is the trade delta. Compared to the live delta, it's just the difference of the current position with the current price. Okay, so what counts in compounds are the trade deltas. These are the ones that compound. So hopefully you understand. So again, for those of you out there that it's not too clear, okay, let me just do it visually for you. The trade delta, it is the difference from here to here in price, okay? And the live delta, it's your current position compared to the current price. Okay, so this is very important to understand. Now, what the hell is the compound delta? It just means the compounding difference. So imagine all of these, they are your differences, right? Like these are the real gains that you make on every flip. So they compound. You have to do this plus this plus this plus this. So they all equal to the last row here. So after the last trade delta, my compound became 12.40%. So you just, do this plus this equals this. So this is the way that it works. And at the end, it gives you right here the compounded difference, which is the compounded gains or losses that you've made throughout your campaign. So let's see here. Hello from Spain. Hey, Jose. Hello, Cleopatra. How's it going, Cleo? How's it going, Jose? Jose Diwose. All right, guys, let me know your questions about Flipchain, guys and girls, because I think Cleopatra is not a bro. She's a brodette. So guys, let me know what you have as questions in relation to Flipchain, and I'll do my best to explain to you guys. So as you can see here, in just a matter of 6 hours, I've made 12%. And look, the price variation was ridiculous. It was only between, you see, this was my position 7 hours ago. So I bought it at $3.93. Look at the price now, it's lower. So if I was holding, I would lose money. I would lose 1.20%. Do you see how Flipchain is strong? It literally brings you tons of gains. Like I've been just flipping it until I got 12%, guys. And if you would have not flipped, you would have just lost 1%. So this is the importance of Flipchain. This is a great example that illustrates how powerful Flipchain can be for your pocket. Because let's say you're trading with $1,000, well then you just made yourself $120 in like 6 hours with minimal interaction. So yeah, of course you gotta check it out, but if you want to make the money, well then you gotta do a little bit of work. So do that. Yes, Cleo. So I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, Cleo. I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you also for following me on Flipchain. I really appreciate that. So you usually trade in futures. I do not, Jose. Hello. Yes, hello from Australia. Hello. So guys, let me know your questions about Flipchain. If you have any questions, stop asking about how I'm going, but ask me questions about Flipchain, because I definitely want to answer if it's not too clear for you. I normally not trade in futures. Jose, I hate futures. It's way too risky, bro. I prefer to do spots. Futures, the risk is way too exponential. And I've seen way too many cases where, unfortunately, there's way more losses than gains. But of course, if you do hit the jackpot, it's also exponential. But I prefer to stay in spots. Jose, hopefully this answers your question. Hello, Pixel. How's it going? Hopefully you're going well, Pixel. Jose, Cleo, do you guys have any questions about Flipchain? Or I'm going to keep on blabbing about it. So let's see here. As you can see, there's also one very interesting metric right here. Let me just go to my dashboard. It's the CWLD. So the CWLD basically is the compound with the live delta. So imagine, let's say you're compounding, and this is the compound right here. Let's say I've compounded the rune in 6 hours to 12.4% in gains. Well, plus the live price difference from what it is right now. If I get in, you do 4.7 plus 12. It's equal to the CWLD. So basically the CWLD is telling you, if you're going to make the move right now, this is what you cap. This is going to be your gains. So because I got out of the rune in the last position because I was happy with my 12% flip. If I purchase it again, I'm going to have an extra 5% rune in my wallet, right? Because it's at a cheaper price. Because I got out at a high price. The price is now lower, so it's 4.7% cheaper for me. So I get myself 4.7% extra tokens to play around with on the next jump. You see how it goes? This is the way that it works. Let me know if it's not clear, guys, because I definitely want you to tell me. So, let's see. Pixels is saying, do not trade in futures. I already lost $100 last night because of future. Indeed, I do not recommend futures. How is it then in the short term? Flipchain. So I'll explain to you in just a moment what I meant. So let's see, Cleo. I missed what you said about the red bit. How it shows when to get out. The last bit. No, I'm not thick, I promise. Oh, I know, Cleo, you're not thick. I've seen your conversations in our VIP Discord. You are far from thick. It's just getting my head around. Sure. So let's have a look. First, let me answer Jose. So he's asking, how is it in the short term? And he's talking about Flipchain. So it is as good as it can get. Because look, you see here, you're looking at flips that I made in the past. Like this was 7 hours ago. So this happened pretty much all in the same hour. Okay. I waited for the price to bounce around. And I made myself here 5.22%, and then I sold it. I waited for it to lower in price, and I finally got it at a little bit cheaper, and I capped myself an extra 2.10%. So this already here, these two little flips are 7%, guys. It's really, really good for just a little bit of a price difference. And then I waited on it, and when it was at $4.10, I sold it. I was just waiting then again for it to lower in price, and it did. So you see, it went from $4.10 all the way to $4 and like some dust of a cent here, and it gained me 2.3%. So already here, guys, you can see it's that 10%, like in a matter of an hour, guys. And then I just waited a little bit, and then boom, a next opportunity came in, and you can see here. The flip, which was an exit from the chain at $4.07. So that capped me an extra 155%. So this is really cool, guys. And check it out. Right now, okay, this was my last position. Remember, this was my last position. I sold out at $4.07, and now the price is way cheaper. It's 5% cheaper. So this is a great time to get in. Look, I'm having a look here visually if this makes sense to get in. So for example, I'll just go here in the 1 minute slot. Let me go get my smartphone. because I prefer to trade on the Binance app on Android. It's just so freaking easy here. You have to click around. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it bugs. On the app, it never bugs. So let me see here. All right. So guys, you see, like for me to get back in, I need to be sure that it's a good time to get back in. So I'm looking at different indicators. Like, are we going down? Are we going up? Because right now we're definitely in a death valley. And you see here, what I mean by a death valley is you're in the middle of the price range. You see here? Look at this. So the price, which is at 387, it's at the death valley. So it's straight in the middle of this square. This is the worst time to invest, guys, because when you take a position in the death valley, you have 50% chances of falling as well as 50% chances of going up. So this is way too risky. I would prefer to have way more leverage for my decisions before getting in. So this death valley is very, very treacherous. And I'm looking at from a cycle point of view. As you can see, my cycle started where the breakout started right here. But you can clearly see the cycles. Like you got a cycle right here. You got a cycle also right here. Like they're almost the same size, guys. Okay, so look for cycles when you're doing the trades and when you're getting in on your positions. Let me see here if you have any questions. And Cleo, can you please tell me what you mean by that red bit? Because there's so many different red bits in crypto that, or even in Flipchain. Please let me know what red bit you're talking about. So hopefully I explained to you guys when is a good time to get in. But look, I mean, right now, you see here, I have the chance of getting in on almost 5% in the difference. Will I do it? I'm telling you, no, because there's a death valley right now, and it's way, way too dangerous. So, look, I would wait for it to bust lower a little bit more, simply because I'm not too comfortable in getting in when there's a death valley. So if I'm looking right here, as you can see, like me, I think that it will definitely fall. That's why I'm not getting in. And if it does fall, guys, if it does fall, because it looks like that's what it's trying to do already since quite a while, but it will take maybe like 18 hours before it does. So I'm extremely patient. I can, just go ahead and bait in some other crypto asset, because right now might as well not risk it. Because look, you see, I risk losing 10% of my pool of money, and I don't want to do that. There's no freaking way I'm risking 10% right now. So, like, the best thing to do is look for another crypto asset instead of going in for 5% gains. So, it doesn't make sense for me. Let me see if you have any questions. So, I see in Flipchain, when the price is in the red, aha, got it. So, let me explain to you where it can be in the red. So, for example, right here, you got some red. Yeah, right here also you got some red. Also, in your Flipchain profiles, you have some red also. So, look, this is what happens. For example, let's say it's red in the live delta. It basically just means that compared to this position, so the buy position and the current price, the live price from this exchange, it is down. Okay, so it's here, it's really not relevant to you. Like, don't look here. It's not relevant. It's always relevant, always at the last segment of your flip chain. So here it's not red, meaning that I'm gaining if I'm getting into a buy position. Does this make sense? Because look, you see, my latest position, the latest position that I had by flipping the rune is here, right? I exited when the price was $4.07. So now the price is lower right now. Like, this is the live price, meaning that I have the opportunity of getting in and getting myself an extra 4.7%. Okay, so let me go back. Hopefully, by the way, does this answer just a bit the question? And does this work well on the fourth chart too using... Okay, Heikin Eishi candles. Well, you can use it for any candlestick view. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. Like it works on any hourly chart. So even if you're putting it on a 4 chart, like the chart timeline doesn't even matter. Look, I'm gonna give you a live example. Okay, let's say I'm gonna do a theory flip chain for you guys. Let's say I'm gonna go in the BNB. Okay, so the BNB is quite active. So let me see here what's going on. So I'm gonna create a simulation. So here I think it might go up just a bit in the next couple of minutes. Okay, so let's say that I wanna have a position here. So in theory, I would go to my smartphone and make a purchase directly on Binance. And then after I made the purchase, like here I need to log in, but on the phone, you just go into your history of your trades and you see the price. So let's say that I would, or you know, if you're logged in on your desktop version, you'll see like the order history, like here, you'll see your price, right? So what I'll do, imagine this. Let me go and make a simulation for you guys. New flip chain, and then I'm gonna create this in the demo, and then it's gonna be the USDT, and I'm gonna purchase some BNBs. All right. So this is a BNB test simulation. It's not real. I'm just going to punch in numbers to show you guys. So let me just see here. Let me switch over to the workspace demo. Okay, we're in, and then I'm gonna select this card for this flip chain. So let me see here. Let's enter at this position, which is 289.95. 289.95. So add a flip. I'm gonna purchase it. 289.95. Okay, good. It's already here. I'm gonna add, and you're gonna see here that the live delta is already going nuts because basically this is your price difference, right? A lot of people trading. So look, this is my buy position. I entered at 289, and it's already gaining just a bit of pricing, and it's just jumping around. So it's just looking here. It's just looking at the price that is on the market. Okay, in real time. So hopefully, in a matter of a few minutes, I'm gonna get some green. So it's just going up and up. And at some point, when I feel comfortable with the green, let's say I'm comfortable with like 2%, I'm gonna do a sell position. So I'm gonna go into Binance and I'm gonna sell at the market price. And then if I sell at the market price, then here in the order history, you'll see you'll have a sell order at a specific number. Let's say I'm gonna sell at like 291. Let's say here somewhere. So 291. Here, okay, I think it's gonna get to 291, so it's just a matter of minutes. Like it could take, I don't know, like let's see here, approximately, you see 20 minutes. Because why would it take 20 minutes? Because this is what it took here. You see it went from here to here in 20 minutes. Price indicator, 20 minutes, you see. So this is why I'm telling you guys that it might pump to approximately 291 in the next 20 minutes. And unfortunately, you see the gain is not too high. So this is not a good crypto asset to flip. Like I would not flip the BNB. Like the gain percentages are very sucky. Like look at this. You only have 0.92% in gains. Like this sucks. Me, I would prefer to go ahead and trade. For example, let's see here, the Doge. The Doge is really tradable. This thing goes, look, let's say from here, it would go here. Still, it's like 1%. It's not too much, but this is in a matter of 1 hour. If you let it go for like, I don't know, let's say you believe it will get to this price right here, then you win 1%, well, 1.37% approximately. Okay, so, and it will take you like an hour. So this is one case that makes sense. But look, let's get back to our flip chain. You see, like it's climbing. it's climbing because I've seen that it could climb because it was on a low, right? So it's gonna keep on climbing just a bit, and definitely not the type of crypto asset that I would be investing in. So once I'm comfortable with this, let's say I want to cap this. So if I do place an order, See, it's going up, it's going up. It's already almost at 20%. There you go. So this is you making money potentially right here. So let's say you're comfortable with that 20% and you place a sell order, and your sell order is executed at that price range. So let's say I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add the flip. I'm gonna sell it at that price. Let me just quickly see, 290.37, something like this, whatever. So 290. This is my sell. That 37 sell, and there you go. You cap that little 0.13%. You see, and then you keep on doing this, and you eventually get to the percentage points that you desire. So me, for example, if I keep on flipping, because I also have a life, I can't just be sitting on the front of a computer and just flip all day. But while I do flip, sometimes I do my food, I go to the grocery, I check my phone constantly, and I just see, okay, there's an opportunity to get out at 2%. I get out. When there's well, before I get out, I obviously have a look at the chart if it makes sense to get out. Let me know if, by the way, that makes sense, or if you have any questions about this. So let's see here. And there's that. Okay, so hopefully, Cleopatra, that answered your question. But I think you also asked about the other red instances. So let's have a look about. Let's have a look on the other instances. So let me see here. Okay, let me go, for example, on my public profile here, so as you can see. Okay, so again, here it's the same thing. So you got your compound, so it just looks at your total compounds. Like here, I compounded the burger at 16.9%, the IOST 6%, the Rune yesterday at 12. Huge gains. This is just a test simulation here, so don't count it. But in these 3 flip chains here, I done great. But here you see the life delta is like, if I want to get back in, like it's telling me not to get back in. It's telling me that if I'm going to get back in, I'm going to lose instantly 5% because it's relative to my previous position. So this is why it's in the red. It's telling me, hey, wait. Your last position price compared to the current price on the market is at minus 65. It's not favorable for you to get in. So do not get in. Okay, this is what it's saying. Here it's telling me to get in because it's telling me, hey, get in, you're going to win 4%. And the CWLD is just basically this plus this. So it's your compound plus your life delta, meaning everything that you've compounded so far plus the current price difference. Okay, so this is the CWLD. So here it's telling you the CWLD, if you get back in, you're going to lose. You're going to be on a loss. You're not even going to win because look, you see the price difference is way too big. So I prefer to stay with my gained compounds right here and not enter back in a position. I would just stay away from it for now until it greens. Okay. So normally I come in like at more than 2% in greens, but it really depends on the latest pricing. So guys, does this make sense? Is this clear, or are you guys still a little bit unsure about how this works, or you have any specific questions about the way I do it? So please let me know. Meanwhile, you think about questions. I'm gonna go back in and have a look at what happened with the Doge, or was it? Sorry, it was not the Doge. It was the BNB. So let me just quickly head on over to my dashboard, and then go into recent, and then choose. It was in the other workspace, so switch workspace to demo, and then it's already assigned. So I have to go into this workspace, and here. Is it? Wow, okay. Let me see here. Okay, I see. So for some reason, it doesn't want to let me see my demo. There it is. So this is my demo simulation. I'm going to open. Yeah, sometimes you just have to refresh. So you see here, I sold at 290 and the price is already lower than the price I sold it at. So it's showing me that I could have made like a little bit of a gain here at like 0.03, but it's really not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. So you just wait for it to green here like crazy. So let's see here. Yes, that makes sense. Thanks. Sure, no problem. No problem. Absolutely, Cleopatra. Any more questions regarding Flipchain? If not, it's okay. I'm so glad already to have here 15 followers. This is insane. We got here Ahmad that's doing some more flips. He's trying real hard and he's actually good at this. Look at this. Do the dodo. So it looks like he's flipping well. Let's see here. Okay, he purchased it at 882 and then he sold it at 898. So he made himself a nice little 1.81% here. So this was quite a long time ago. Sorry, 3 hours ago he made the move. So it took him a day to do his 1.81%. So still, Ahmad is doing great. He is learning. And here, he also has compounded the burger, it looks like, which is great. Let's see here. Cleo, are you currently on Flipchain? I think you are. Let me see here. Cleo. Aha, there you are. Let me see. Okay, do you have any flip chains? Okay, you don't have any flip chains yet. I'm your only friend. All right, no problem. Feel free to also follow other people in the group because we have the Crypto Intel group, right? Let's see here, groups, and then Crypto Intel. And then you got other people here. If you want to follow them, just click on follow here. So let's see here if you guys... Oh, hello, VPN. VPN, how's it going, man? Yeah, try Flipchain 2. It's helpful. Takes away the hassle of extra computing. Yes, absolutely. And it doesn't only take away the hassle of the computing. You know, you have the whole cards laid out in front of you, and it just tells you where to go next. So what I mean is, let me just go on my dashboard. Look, I'm gonna change my workspace here, and it just tells me straight up, like the cards are right here. Like this is a move right here, a really good move. Bad move, bad move. So don't touch. It just clearly tells me to not touch again these crypto assets because I'm gonna be losing straight away when I dip my toes into them. So very, very, very useful app. All right. So is it best to find the crypto that has the highest profit potential? Yes, I'm on Flipchain, but I'm doing futures at the moment. All right. Well, good luck with futures. It's super duper risky. I hope that you're doing some gains there. I would certainly not do it, and I'm a super pro risk person. Let's see here. So, is it best to find the crypto that has the highest profit potential? Well, yes and no, Cleo. It depends what you want to do. Like, if you're a holder, definitely. But if you're a flipper, then no. And let me tell you why. Look, imagine that, like, I see a huge dip, like here, this is a dip, and people are buying in. You see, let me just show you what I mean. So when you got a huge dip like this, you see it dipped until 0.19. So this person that made the purchase at this price point, he's super fast. Okay, he already made himself some gains. So let's see here. He is hoping that it's gonna go here. The problem with the with the Doge, there's a lot of people trading it. For holders, it's a huge problem because it's super volatile. Like you just sit there, you can win, you can lose, you never know, and it's too volatile. Look at this. It's going through this ramp that is extremely, extremely bearish, and it's really hard to say if it's gonna keep on pumping. And it probably will. It probably will, but unfortunately, you see, there's way too much space for it to fall, and still bouncing on its support lines right here that you can clearly see. Like it's as if it's a tray on which it's just sitting on and it's bouncing. Okay, so these are your indicators. Plus you have the beautiful cycles. You can clearly see a cycle here, a cycle right here, and a cycle right here. They're almost the same distance. Look at this. It's, if you take like a meter, it's the same distance. So this is how you know that there are cycles, because you got these super lows, and these lows are kind of connecting themselves, but they're going sideways. What I mean sideways is that if you put it on the side, it looks like this. Whoop. Whoop. So this is normally a bearish market. On a bullish market, they would go like this. If you rotate the line on which they're just bouncing around. So Right now, it definitely looks on a breakout, like, because normally if it wouldn't be on a breakout, it would just keep falling in price. But it definitely got on a breakout, which is great. If you look at the indicators, you'll have reverse trend lines. What I mean is, for example, the MACD. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit difficult here if I'm going to check out the MACD. So you see, it just bounces on and off the neutral line, which is the 0, 0 line in the middle. Well, this is what I mean by it inverses. And it did. The market got inversed, so the lines started to be in the positive right here. Same thing in these instances right here. So let me just have a look at the questions potentially, if you have any questions. So again, hopefully this answers your question, Cleo, about finding crypto assets. So again, if you're a holder, yes, look for the higher potential. But if you're a flipper, look for the higher volatility. You just got into the reef, huh? Sure. Well, while you guys are thinking about other questions about Flipchain, hey, James, by the way, if you have any questions about Flipchain, please let me know, because this is a Flipchain Q&A session, a live Q&A where I can teach you guys or answer you guys any questions that you might have about Flipchain. So before I get into your answer, James, I'm going to keep on talking about Flipchain for now. Okay. So for example, let me see here. I made the BNB. So you see here, for example, Cleo, this was my previous compound. So it is the total. I just made 2 flips. So that's what I earned in theory. Now, with the live price delta, if I would do the move, if I would make a purchase, it would give me this extra percentage point right here, and it would equate a total of a compound here with my price difference. So it would take the compound plus the live price difference is equal to the compound with the live delta. It's the total if you make a move. Okay, that's the way it works. So I would already in theory gain like 0.22%, which is a good gain. But remember, Cleo, when you're trading on Binance, you always have fees. So if you consider the fees, like, it's not a good gain, because yes, BNBs actually, when you trade them with BNBs, so you have a 50% discount. This is the way Binance works, because it's their own utility token. So because you're giving your hard-earned dollars towards the BNB, they are kind of rewarding you with a small discount because you're purchasing their own token on their own platform. So yep, this is why they're encouraging to always trade with the BNB. You got a BNB market right here. Check this out. Everything is almost everything is tradable with the BNB. So basically, you can spend a lot less money trading different crypto assets right here. So you get a little bit more in your pocket. But I don't do that. I prefer to trade with the USDT. Why? You want to know why? Because the BNB is completely sitting on Bitcoin's back. And if the Bitcoin crashes, well, your portfolio also crashes. And if you're trading with USDT, you don't crash. You see, that's the only difference. BNB, there are the risks of sitting on the back of the volatility of the Bitcoin price. And the USDT, you're just sitting on the American dollar price. You see, and the American dollar is always stable. It's one-on-one. Okay, and the BNB is always the BNB versus the BTC. So hopefully this explains to you why I trade in USDT. It's way more stable for me. Cool bananas. Yes, indeed. BNB is trash here in the United States. Well, I think, it's good for those that prefer to trade with the Bitcoin in mind. Like, let's say that you're trading the BNB because you know that the Bitcoin's price is going to go up, right? So because the BNB price is fixed to the BTC, well, then you're constantly gaining more money, even if you're flipping on a low, because your BNB, when you get it back, you still have more monetary value because it's sitting on the BTC. You see what I mean? So I envy other countries' unlimited trades. What do you mean? you're sitting in what country and how are you limited? I'm just curious. Yes, definitely. Well, in Canada, it's unlimited trades. I don't know about you, but that's the way it works for me here. Guys, by the way, if someone's new here and you have any specific questions about Flipchain, please let me know. This is very important that we talk about Flipchain questions. I definitely want to answer you as much as possible. So we have here Cleo. When you get back into a trade, say the delta says 4.7% green, what price is it calculating for you to exit to get the full 4%? Okay, got it. Well, basically, whenever you exit, okay, expect it to be that price that Flipchain, this difference that Flipchain is telling you, minus Binance's fees. Okay, so you have to factor in your own fees, because some people have different fees. Like, let's say that you're a trader with volume, then Binance would give you extra discounts on your trading fees. So this definitely depends on different user types for different exchanges. So every time that you do a trade, like let's say that we take the example of Cleopatra, right? Let's say I purchase, I don't know, the Doge, and I see that the live delta price is telling me it's at 4.7% in gains. So I have to be super quick in Binance to make a market sell to get out, to get that 4.7%. And once I do that, like let's say that I punch out, I do a sell market. So I like visually, I'll show you what I do. Let me just go here. Whoops. Jesus, let me just zoom out. Okay. So let me go here. You see here, you got spot. Obviously, we're trading spot. And you go to market. So what does market mean? It just means that you're taking whatever is the closest to the current price. Okay. So either a buy or a sell. So you got here your the people that want to buy here and the people that want to sell. Right. This is the table. So let's say that you see on Flipchain 4.7% in green. You're like, OMG, I want to cap that. I want to bag that. So you go here, you quickly set market, and then you do the sell type. So obviously I'm not logged in. So when I would be logged in, I would have the sell. And then before I press sell, obviously I would push it to 100% to sell everything. Okay. And that would tell me, are you sure you want to sell everything that you have? Hell's yeah, because I've just gained 4.7%. So you press sell, and then you'll have right here in your order history a price at which you sold. Because when you do market sells to sell everything instantly, it just takes whatever there is and it just sells it instantly for you. Okay, so it takes sometimes a few different prices, but it tells you the average sell price in your transaction. So let's say you sold anywhere between 191.38 and 191.33. Well, it basically means that the average price would be 191.35. So here it would be written 191.35. So you take this price and you put it in your flip chain. You just copy paste it in your flip chain, and then you will see the gain is 4.7%. It will tell you instantly. Okay. Does that make sense? Like, is this clear enough? Does that make any visual sense for you, Cleopatra? Let me know if this answers your question. Crypto restriction, lesser cryptocurrency, most states are banned. Oh, you're talking about the United States. Yeah, absolutely. There's like multiple states where, unfortunately, Binance is not available, and a lot of different Binance assets are not available too. So, guys, let me know if you have more questions about Flipchain, and hopefully, Cleo, I answered your question. Okay, good. I'm glad I did. Hopefully, also other people watching this now or in the near future are also going to have similar questions to this, and they're going to be having an answer through you, Cleo. So while you guys are here, like let's say you guys are still wondering, for example, how I would do a flip chain from scratch. So I would go to my profile in my dashboard, and then I would just click on new, and then I would choose to create a flip chain. But before I do that, what do I do, Mark? You know, me, myself, what does Mark do to get into a flip chain? Well, here's my thought process. First, I look for a crypto asset that is about or that just had a huge drop. Because for me, a drop equals to upcoming gains because it's cyclical, right? So I'm just looking like at different crypto assets that are currently dipping. So this one's on a pretty much on a dip. Like this is great. So let's say this is the rune again. Still is the rune, and it's a good time to get in. So then I'm just gonna zoom in from the day because I see here like the portrait. Let me go in and analyze it more. Oh my god, let me move this thing out. It's really bothersome. So see here, it's a perfect time to get in. Why? Well, because I see here that I'm on a daily candlestick view and I see that it's currently bouncing on its previous support levels, just like it did right here. You see it bounced also, and it did actually a really good gain. Check this out. If we have a look at the gains, it gained 42% after a bounce. So that's a really good place to be in when you're at the beginning of a cycle like this. And it took 17 days, but look at the first few days, it bounced like 32%. You see here? So 3 days after the little dip here, it bounced 31%. So this is the beauty. But you got to still be careful because look, this was the lowest point, and this was it's the current highest point, like it's at 19%. So it might still have like 10 more percent to gain in its bounce. So check it. 1 second, check this out. Let me just go in here. Okay, yeah, this is the perfect. Actually, let me go and buy it. I'm gonna buy it right now. I'm going to my okay, BNB. So I'm gonna type in Rune. I'm Rune USDT. I'm right now on my mobile phone, and I'm gonna make a buy order for market, not limit, 100% buy. Boom, I'm in. So I'm in, and now I'm going into my 1 second. Where's the trade orders, order history? So I see here on my smartphone that I'm in at 380 at 100. Okay, 1 second. Let me just punch this in for the rune. Let me switch over to my real banana. Okay, so it's already in banana. Let me refresh the page in that case. So I'm gonna go into the rune. Oh, Jesus, I just capped myself 6%, guys, while talking to you. Let me just get in here and then add a flip to the chain. So I bought it at 3.814. I placed a buy order. Boom! And I'm now at 19%, guys, compounded. So you see here, because I've made a sale this morning, even 7 hours ago, so it dropped to 3.8, and I'm purchasing because it's on a bounce. You see, there you go, it's bouncing already. So this is definitely gonna bounce because you see you got this beautiful support line on which it's bouncing. So it might keep on going down just a bit. That's normal, but I'm not afraid. But you can clearly see like this price range right here. This is the bounce. Okay, and look at how many times it bounced already. You got a bounce right here, you got a bounce right here, you got multiple bounces over here, and plus you almost have like whatever, it's the same thing. Like when it crashes, like this is a nosedive. It just bounced. Like this is where I actually purchased it first. So I definitely see that it might go down just a bit more. I'm okay. It's gonna be red just a bit for me, and then it might actually keep on going, like bouncing and following a pattern. It might not bounce as much as it would. It would have like over here, right? It might like stop here. I'm gonna exit the hell out. But look, you see, it's already bouncing. So if I'm going to flip chain, you're gonna see here, I'm already winning 0.60%. And this is gonna keep on growing. Like the rune is very volatile versus the BNB. Why? Because there's not enough people, not a lot of people trading it. So you see, I'm gonna closely watch now. You see, it's bouncing. So I'm making money live, guys, in front of you guys. So let me see here. While it's bouncing up, I don't know why. Oh, I was an annoying child. You ask too many questions? Nah, questions is good. Ask as many questions as you need to. Like, the brain is always thirsty for information. So let's see here. Gems is asking, is it advisable for beginners to? Of course. Flipchain, you use it to have. Actually, this is made for beginners, but it's a super tool for people like me that trade for 4+ years. Definitely. Gem, yes, sir. Too easy and guides you well. Yes, absolutely, VPN. I totally agree. Hey, VPN, are you following me on Flipchain? If you are, please, if you're not following me yet, please follow me. Just tried it yesterday and I'm loving it. Oh, that's great, VPN. Me too, man. I'm just, I have a clear view of my gains. This is the really cool part about Flipchain. Like, I clearly see if I'm making the right move or not. Check this out. Already, guys, in front of you, I'm at 19%, and this was just in 7 hours. And look, look at this again. The price range, I started when it was at 393 and it's at 3.8. So if I was holding, you see, guys, I would lose 2.6%. This is if I was a inactive holder. But if I'm an active flipper, right here, as you can see, I'm just gaining micro percentages here and there. There you go. In less than a day, I pumped myself to a very beautiful crypto asset gain. And I definitely want to teach you guys how I do this. Maybe I should do way more episodes where I talk about Flipchain and how I do it. And maybe I can do more live flips with you guys. But look, basically, you see what's going on right now. It's still a dangerous time to get in on this crypto asset. Why? Well, because you have this pattern right here. Look at this. Let me draw this with my fingers. You see, you got a pattern like this, and then you got a slight pattern like this. Normally what happens after this is either it bumps like crazy, or it drops a bit, it waits, it tricks your mind, and then it bumps yet again all the way to the previous resistance level right here, as you can see. So like, this is the behavior, and this really depends on the traders that are sitting inside of this market right now. Like, you never know. Because look, what you have right here on the side, these orders, these are all people. Okay, here. You see? All of these are trade orders. They are all sell limits. And here you got buy limits. Okay, so for example, if I would go to the limit order and set a price, I would get into the queue right here. So imagine you're sitting in a casino and there's just two tables. There are the bears and there are the bulls. Okay. Sorry, these are the bears at the bottom because they're actually trying to buy at a low price, meaning that they are betting on a lower price, meaning they are bears. Okay, bears think that the market is weaker. Bulls think that the price is going to get higher. And by the way, if you check out the depth, you can see the psychology of the market. So right now, you see that it's mostly bearish. You see here, the bears, there's $1.5 million on the table, guys. This is the table of the casino. And there's $1.5 million on the table betting that it will fall to minus 46%. Okay. This is important to understand. So you got also here the bulls. They're betting. Check this out, what they're betting. Let me just, you see here, they're betting on plus 146%. So they're betting that it's going to be higher in price, it's going to go up. But look, there's way less money on the table. So the psychology here, it's 1.44 million bucks on the table. For it to go high, $1.55 million on the table for it to get low. Okay? So you know here what people are expecting. Now, you don't necessarily have to think like them. You can be the black sheep. The black sheep. You don't have to be thinking like them. So let's see here. Just did VPN. What did you just do? What did you just do? Oh my God, VPN. Tell us, what did you just do? So let's have a look at, oh my God, I'm already gaining almost 1%, guys. OMG. So you see, this is great. Like if I'm gonna sell, if I'm gonna have a sell position on my smartphone, I'm gonna cap myself 1%. Well, actually just a little bit less due to the Binance fees. So it's okay. It doesn't really matter. I still win here. So you see that this is a flip chain because you just flip and flip and flip and flip like crazy until you get your nice little deltas. You don't sit at the same place and you don't lose like a sucker. You gotta move. You gotta take the waves, guys. And like it's okay if you lose, you know, it's okay. I lose sometimes too, guys. Like it's no secret I lose sometimes too, but the more you lose, the more you learn. And by learning, you'll get better and better. And eventually, you'll get to my level where you almost always win because you understand the market. And always think about the fact that you have to go in micro steps. Check this out. Imagine, okay, that I would tell you that you would gain approximately 2% per flip. Like this is a very, very good average for flipping. So if you do 6 flips per day, let's say you do 6 flips of 2%, in a day you gain 12%. And then let's say this 12%, you do this on a daily basis. Let's say you trade, you know, you're on your phone and you understand the market, and then you do this on a daily basis. Well, then at the end of the month, in 30 days, you multiply the compound times 30 days because that's what you do 30 days. You gain 360%. So let's say that you start trading with 1,000 bucks, you can transform it into 3,600. And bear in mind that I'm making these gains in a down market. Okay, right now it's very bearish and the market is kind of dying, but I don't care. I'm still making gains. Why? Because I'm catching the waves, guys. The waves are rather easy to catch than difficult. Will you have flip chain competitions? OMG, that's such a good idea, Cleo. OMG. Wow. Well, what would the winner have something? I mean, would they have like tokens or whatever, like USD T's or whatnot? Like that would be a really good idea, actually. Who flips the best? Oh my god, that would be awesome. Oh my god, I love the idea. You know, you really have to have a very volatile market for that, because if you want two people to compete, you have to find two very, very volatile crypto assets. So I'm already on the room. Let me just switch over to the trading view. Check this out, guys. I started trading with you guys looking, and have a look at what happened. You see I'm zooming in, and let me just log and auto. Okay, there you go. This is much better. So it's best for me to now get out as quickly as possible because I've gained 1.18%. So I'm going to go quickly on my smartphone. One moment, guys. Sell, market price, total 100%, sell rune. Boom, I'm out. I'm out. Like, let me go to my order history, and then I'm going to check out the price. Market sell here, and the price is, I got out at, 1 second. So it says 3,855. So this was a sell position, and then I'm out. Boom. There you go. So trade added successfully. So look, you see, I'm already at 20%, guys. So I think I gained while talking to you guys, 7.7%. So it's that easy. Look, the price differences are really, really small, and you can see that it's falling, guys. Look at this. Look at this. It's falling. So I'm just gonna wait for it to fall just a little bit more. Like I'm gonna wait for it to fall. Oh my god, I'm gonna catch it down low. Let me just prepare myself here. I'm preparing myself on my smartphone, going to the buy tab, clicking 100%, and whenever I'm ready, I'm set at the market. So if I click buy, it's gonna buy whatever the order book has to offer at that price. So this is the way I trade, guys. It's really easy. You see, I'm doing it live in front of you. You just have to understand the ebbs and flows of the market. You see here, it's gonna keep on going down. Why? Why? Mark, why will it go down? Well, because look, you see here, there was a purchase. Look at the lowest price. It's here, right? And look at the market. It's going down like this. So it's probably, let me just zoom out just a bit. Yeah. It's on a bouncy path right now. So you see, I purchased it right here, sold it here. Okay, this is the way that you flip. And then I'm waiting. Like now I'm not gonna get in. I'm not gonna get in. Even though it looks tempting, I'm not. Because the support level for this time frame is way too low. So maybe it will pump like to 3.8, but then it's gonna keep on going down. So it's okay. It's not for me right now. Guys, let me know if you have any questions for the way that I trade. Oh my god, that's funny. So, pride or a big fluffy teddy bear? I mean, if the price is pride, you know, um, I don't know how people are gonna react. Are we gonna like post memes or gifs or whatever? Or a big fluffy teddy bear? How am I gonna send this during the pandemic? Like, it's gonna arrive all torn up. Okay, do you put it in the market price or does it, or does it auto purchase it? Well, normally I put it always at the market price because the market price, uh, basically it just takes everything from the order books that is available at the market price. So you just set the order and then it just farts itself. You just exit instantly. When you press exit at the market price, it gets whatever is available on the table at the nearest price instantly. Okay, so always market price on my mobile. If you put limit, sometimes the price changes and then you have to resell at another limit. You have to wait and then it goes up too quickly and then you're just hustling. No way. I never ever do my moves on limit because it's too slow. And sometimes you also have when you're trading on a limit, the problem with limits is that it sells off a portion and then you're stuck with like 75% unsold. So you have to change your limit and then you have to sell again. And then again, you only sell like 33%. And this sucks. You just go ahead and sell market or buy market. Always, always, always. Thanks, Mark. I'm participating with a couple of trades on Flipchain. Haven't bought the paid version yet, but so far I like it. Well, I mean, Joey, it's just $5 a month. I think it's payable for the whole year, $60. So you're gonna get your money's worth pretty damn quickly with it. If you look at it, it's saving you money from flips. It's saving you money also from negative. And by the way, Joey, thank you so much for being a Patreon subscriber. And Cleo also, I really appreciate that. Guys, there's so many Patreoners in here. There's a bunch of you, huh? I think because some of you guys use different names in Patreon and on the live on YouTube. So Joy for sure is a Patreon. Cleo for sure is a Patreon. VPN, I'm not sure. I don't remember. VPN, are you a Patreon? Let me just quickly see if there's a VPN in here. Oh my god, I don't see you. Anyways, like if there is a Patreon other than you guys, oh my god, this is so cool. And by the way, the two Patreons here are girls. This is so cool because crypto is mostly for guys. Well, I mean, stats wise, like if you check it out, there's 7% of women that trade crypto. Can you imagine that? So 93% are guys. Like they love risk. This is why guys break their faces. This is why we build airplanes and we always crash in airplanes and whatnot. We're very risky human beings versus girls. They don't like risk. So it's really cool to see here two girls, Joey and Cleo, and they and they are taking risks with crypto. That's awesome. There's also another one. I think it's Ivona. She's also a girl. So you see, like out of 17 patrons, we have only 3 girls. This is incredible when you think about it. All right. Basically, no, not yet. Haven't made back my money yet, but I'm learning and will get in once my money's back. Getting the hang of it. Thank you. Sure, VPN. I think VPN definitely, Flipchain will definitely gain you through multiple flips. Oh crap! I can already get back in. Whoa, wait. Let me see the rune, guys. Oh my god, I'm gonna make some. Oh crap! I missed that. 1 second. Buy in, trade. Oh my god, I missed this dip. Oh crap! It's okay. So I just bought in. So it will probably take a few moments, and you'll see it's gonna be at 3.7 very soon, like 3.78 approximately. It looks like the rune is being dumped though, but I got in at. Let me just see here, guys. I'm gonna go into my trades and orders. and I got in at 376. 376. Let me just put this in. Add. Okay, and then 3.76. That was a buy position. Boom. Okay. There goes another 2.5%, guys. So I'm at 22%. When this live started, I think it was at 16, right? So I'm at 22% now. Let's keep on going. So this thing, don't worry, it's gonna green, it's gonna go red. It's okay, it's okay. Anyways, so it's trading because it's going below the price point that I purchased it at, but it's okay. Just, let it dance around. And by the way, you know what? If it goes way below, what I can do if I predict that it is gonna fall, like imagine that my head is like, hey Mark, hey Mr. Brain, it's gonna keep on falling from here onwards toward here. So I would then trust my brain. I would exit the spot. So I would place a sell order, market. Okay, so instantly I get out, and then while I'm out, it's going on a discount, and then I can get back in with Flipchain. I just add the trade order as a buy order at the bounce point, and then it will bounce again, and I'll be not only profiting from the fall right here. So let's say that the fall here looks approximately like 6%. That's a 6% fall, but then I'll be profiting from bounce like another 6% right here. So I'll be getting 12%. But for that, you do not have to be afraid. So look, I'm gonna do it right now because it's doing it. I'm gonna exit it right now. So actually, this type of fall, I don't know. What will Mark do? Let me just quickly have a look here. This is I'm gonna think out loud, okay? So I'm gonna go to the 15 minutes view to see if it's hanging in there. So it's kind of hanging in there. Yeah, probably it's gonna not fall until the end. It's probably gonna still bounce around to 3.8 because I'm looking here at my visual funnels. There are visual funnels here that are forming, you see. So this funnel right here, like this is the max, like 3.8. So there's definitely a whale that's trying to probably sell its crypto. And this is what happens. You see here, like the big ones. Like let me just pause my screen for you guys so that you see. I'm gonna screenshot. Okay, you see here? Look, this guy wants to sell 13,000 rune, which is equal to $50,000. Okay, this right here is what you call a blockade. Okay, it's a price blockade in crypto. What are price blockades? Well, how many people have $50,000 to spare? Not a lot. So this blockade, it's acting like a cap for it not to reach a specific price point. And there are people, like, we're not aware of them, but there might be people on Twitter in like Twitter rune rooms that are sitting and they're like, okay, block, because we don't want the price to go too much because we want it to fall. We want it at a discount. So there's crypto groups on Twitter that do this type of blockades. So, it happens for multiple reasons. The blockades can appear, can disappear. So this definitely can also happen in crypto. So right now I'm losing tons of money. Oh my God. Oh no, I'm losing money. Like, I don't care. Look at this. I just lost 0.11%. So let me just refresh the page just to see that everything's accurate. Nope, you see, it's way more. So I'm losing a lot, but it's gonna bump. It's gonna bump back up. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's gonna bump back up for a very simple reason. One moment, let me just have a look at the comments. So the reason it's going to bump back up is because people are purchasing at a discount. Like here, for example, when it fell down, a lot of people jumped on it and they made themselves a nice little gain. So still, where's the reverse pump? Meaning that where's the end? Well, it's probably already here. Look, it's gonna be jumping like crazy. Look at this. It's gonna go up and up and up. This is rather dangerous territory, but it's okay. Sometimes in crypto, you have to be in dangerous territories to understand the mechanics of how it works. So let me see. I'm not gonna get out of the position for now. So let's see here. So Cleo says, so surprised that other women and into it, the best treasure hunt. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, the thing is that like women, because they're bare children and they have mouths to feed, mostly more than men, they tend to take way, way less risks than men. So this is okay, I guess, like for men, because we have a backup. We have our women to back us up in case we die due to our risks. Uh, so basically, I guess it's a good thing. Your heart races when you miss the dip. For sure, for sure. Whoa, that's a big dip for sure. Yeah, VPN. What's your fees? Minus 4% per buy and sell. What the hell? What? VPN, how come? Me, it's only 0.5%. Check this out. Look at this. 0.5%. Oops. Binance trading fees. How come it's 4%? It doesn't make sense. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Even less. Like, for spot trading, you see. Oh, for Binance.us charges 0.1%. Oh, it's probably not available in your state. That's why you're sitting on another. Okay, 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 okay. Let's see here. Let me know. I'm curious, VPN. I'm curious on what exchange are you sitting for you to pay 4% per flip? That's way too much. Way too much. Oh my god. Worth shorting the rune. Hey Trevor, how's it going? How's it going, buddy? Thank you so much for joining this live stream for Crypto Intel. For sure, it's worth shorting it, but it really depends on the timing that you're doing the short. The thing is, like, I would prefer to just flip it instead of shorting it. I don't like the risk of the shorts, but if you are pro risk, like pro shorting risk, then sure, go ahead. But me, I don't think that it's just basically not worth it for me. Like, for me. So, because I'm the type of guy, holy crap, that's one hell of a dip, guys. Oh my god, I would love to DCA this thing. Jesus. So this is when it actually changes the trading level. And it's okay. By the way, guys, this is a great opportunity for me to show you something extremely, extremely important. I'm going to show you in live what this means. So look, you see what's happening right now? It's currently, you see, it's bouncing exactly on this previous level. Did you see? The dip went from here all the way to here in a matter of minutes. So it's going to bounce. This is trader psychology. It is going to bounce. This is a cycle within a cycle. It's not going to go lower. It's not going to go lower. Trust me. So, look, the same thing that happened here, okay, is going to happen here. So it's going to go to approximately mid-level. It's always like this. When it changes levels, it goes mid-level after the bump. Look at this. Like, this is pretty much mid-level. If this is not mid-level, I don't know what is. So expect this to go approximately also to this type of level. So at like 3.7. So at 3.7, I would be absolutely comfortable to get out. Like 3.7 for me in theory, let me see here. It's a small loss compared to what I just lost, like 6%. It's okay. You can lose, but look, I lost like approximately 7%. You do 22 minus 7. It's almost all my gains while talking to you guys. Is there someone listening here and selling everything to make me look like a fool? That's why it's slow for me to go back up. So lower R&R and flipping, then shorting. Well, oh my god, me, what I do, when you say, for example, well, risk and rewards, like this is probably what you mean by R&R, right? So risk and rewards. So yes, there are lower risk and rewards in flipping than in shorting, for sure, because you're taking way more risk in shorting. So it is definitely proportional, but at the same time, I don't necessarily agree with that, Trevor. Let me tell you why. Imagine that you short, okay, and you end up losing like 20%. Well, you waited how long? Versus you flipping, you can do this actively, and you can flip, you know, in a day. You can see like I spent literally today maybe like an hour doing flips, like active hours, because other times I was just looking at my phone, quickly swapping between like the graphs and the price buy sell screens and going into Flipchain, adding it for you guys to see. Um, well, it didn't take too long. And of course, like if you are kind of more of a laid back person where you just want to put your money somewhere, or you know, short the market, or even do futures, well, that's, you know, a super risky kind of put your money on the table and wait type of a situation. I want to be in control of my money. This is why I'm spotting. Like I'm doing spots. I prefer spot. So you can see it's already bouncing. So this is in the time view. So let me just zoom in just a bit for you guys. So you see, once it hits these kind of resistance, support levels, it tends to bounce like crazy. But the guys that made the purchase right here at the bottom, OMG, they're so lucky. They got like almost. Let me tell you how much. This is a 10% gain. But you have to win the lottery to know that it's gonna stop here, right? Like it's really difficult, guys. So check this out. Like this right here, approximately like 9.4%, and then it's bouncing. So you coulda, woulda, shoulda made like +2, so like 12% in a matter of like 5 minutes, maybe more, like 10 minutes. This is a 10-minute drop. So as I told you guys, like it's probably gonna go towards oh my god, I know this pattern. This pattern is crazy. Whew. So when it goes like this, okay, basically it's looking for the middle. So it's gonna jump back to the middle. It's gonna do something like this, but with time, like I'm not gonna sit here and wait for it to happen, but this is what's gonna happen. Like you're gonna see it's gonna keep on jumping and I'm gonna be ready to sell. So people are afraid to bail out after such a huge dump. That's the crazy part. Let's see here. Are they only getting 10% gains if it fully retraces 100% though? So if it fully retraces 100%, so let me just visualize what you mean. Are you talking about retracing back to this point right here? Please confirm. If like your phrase fully retraced to 100%, are you talking about going from down here all the way up here? Is this what you mean by 100% retracement? Please let me know in the comments. Cleo. Meanwhile, can you cover the nano spot? Sure, yeah. I'll get into the nano in just a second. Although I definitely, yes. Okay, so Cleo, no. To answer your question, absolutely not. They're getting 10% in gains if they purchase it down low. Let me explain to you, because, you know, Cleo, this is very important to understand for you and the people that don't understand this part of crypto. Look, imagine that, okay, you are here. Let's say this is $1, okay, and the price drops here to 50 cents for this asset, 0.5. This is like theoretical, okay? Then you are gaining the asset that you are purchasing. You can buy with your dollar 2 times more, right? Because it dropped to 0.5. So with the dollar, you can now have 50% more of this crypto asset. Okay, so when it goes up, you're going up with the extra 50% in your pocket. You see? This is important. Like you have twice more crypto. This is why you're gaining. You're always gaining. If you're falling and you're predicting that you're going to fall, you are gaining this fall. Okay? You're gaining it because you're gaining a discount if you let it go at the top, meaning that you sell at the top, you sell at a high price and you buy at a low price. This is a gain. And then when you buy at a low price and you sell at a high price, it is another gain. You're just gaining either the market or you're getting the spot. Okay? This is important to understand, Cleo. You always gain if you can predict. You either gain the market or the spot. Okay? This is if you can predict if it's going to go down or up. If you can predict, then you're always gaining. If you are bad at predicting, you're always losing. Okay, so let's see. Right. Oh. So no limit order to sell. For sure, Joy, I do not like unless I go to sleep. Okay, I do sell the for example, I can set up a sell order, or let's say I want to catch it at a lower price. I will set up a buy limit. So if you're, if you're considering doing something in the future, set yourself the limit. But if you're considering doing right now to quickly act, you always have to trade with market. Okay, so this is very, very important. You have to be very quick with market orders. This is what I do. I always do market orders when I flip, like in live, when I'm trying to just quickly get rid of a crypto asset or quickly get into a crypto asset. I just do a market. Hopefully this is clear. If it's not, let me know. I definitely love to explain. How do you split the limit and stop loss before sleeping? Between the okay. So Trevor, normally, like for example, yesterday I went to sleep knowing that the rune would explode because it hit a very low point. So basically, I just got in at market. I didn't even put any stop losses. I didn't give an F. I didn't put any stop loss. I didn't put a limit. I just said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna wake up, and if it's good with me, if I have like 4%, 5%, whatever, I'm good with it. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna be happy with it. So, Trevor, I like if you're playing with huge amounts, like let's say you have $10,000 in Bitcoin, for sure, set up stop losses because you don't want it to, dip way too much. Like you don't want to be a huge loser there. But remember, you only lose when you get out, and you only win when you get in. So this is very important, very, very important. If you're holding something and you have stop losses, it can be a handicap. Like, look at this. Let me show you when it can be a handicap. Let's say that you're holding on to $10,000, right? And like the Bitcoin's going, well, yeah, okay. Like you're thinking you're gonna gain like, yay, 3%. And then it dips like crazy. But you set up like stop losses right here. And while you're sleeping, it dipped and then it went back here. Guess what? You just lost, this huge pump right here, and you don't know if it's gonna happen. So stop losses are extremely, extremely good for the very cautious, but they are toxic for a volatile market. Okay, because if you go through your stop losses and you start selling, you will lose on your crypto asset right here. Like you won't have it for if you're still sleeping and it's pumping. You will not get in on the action right here. I don't know if that makes sense for you. And I prefer to not put them basically because they're a little bit too like I see them as sticks in my wheels. So they're bad for less volatile market assets like BTC. Well, actually, Trevor, the BTC indeed is not too volatile. It is super cyclical. It is very predictable. Like, you can sit there and just flip all day long in very, very small percentages, but then you'd have to make a lot of flips. You'll have a lot of, a lot of stress flipping the Bitcoin. I would prefer to just sit in very, very volatile markets and wait for dumps to get in on the wave. Because imagine, like, you got yourself a wave. Like, it looks like this, right? So a beautiful wave. Whoosh. So you don't like go from here and jump on a wave and then let it splash. That's the bad idea. You wait for a seeming dump in the market. So let's say you go to a market and you see something like this, right? Get in. But before you get in, you have to zoom out and see, is it like this? Because look, are you zooming here? Because if you are, it might be keeping on dumping, Or let's say that you are zooming out and you see something like this. Boom. And then you zoomed here and you see this pattern right here. Sure, get in. because it's probably gonna go up. It's gonna get back to its previous level. So this is very, very important. This is very important to understand in crypto. uh, when you look, okay, because they go back eventually. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, it's definitely bad. Yes, exactly. They go back eventually, so don't put stop limits when you go to sleep, like unless you're playing with huge money, and you don't want to be part of like a pool of loss, pool of losses. So Cleo is asking, when you look for logarithmic patterns, what is the lowest time frame they would work in for a pump? Oh my God. Well, I'm trying to understand your question. So when you look at logarithmic patterns, what is the lowest time frame they would work in? So what do you mean by lowest time frame they would work in for a pump? Like, I'm trying to visualize this in my head. So I see like a low point, then I see time. They would work for a pump. So I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure. Cleo, sorry. Unfortunately, I do not understand your question. Try to like rephrase it maybe. So let's see here how we're doing. So you see it's kind of bouncing. That's normal. It did it right here also. You see it's the same thing. So you can see the same type of pattern. This is like a combat right now for resistance. So basically this is really bad news. It might keep on dumping for the rune in the coming, but I mean, at the same time, if it is gonna bounce, like it's probably gonna reach $3. But until then, it still has quite some waves to catch. Cause look, you see, let me just show you something real cool. One moment. Where is it? I think it's in here. Yeah, it's in here. Whoops. One moment. Technical indicators, but no, that's not what I want. Where is it? It was just here just a second ago. Nope. Maybe it's in here. Probably it's in a different, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's the one I was looking for. So, one moment. Yeah, you see the tunnels forming for it? Crap, like I can't zoom in more here. These tunnels are huge indicators for the lowest possibilities and the highest possibilities. And normally, like right now, maybe it's not too well drawn out. Like it's different. It's difficult to see. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it here. So, that's strange. Normally it was popping up here. Whatever. If I type in the bowl, Bollinger Bands. All right. So let me just change the Bollinger Bands. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna change it right here. I'm gonna set it to yellow and this thing also to yellow. All right. Yeah. Now we see this clearly. So you see the price tunnels? Like after a dump, you see that there's this huge variation that can happen. And these price variations, these are the tunnels for flippers. Okay? So flippers normally exploit these tunnels for pricing to get in under price action. Like that's the price difference, right? So it tells you like it can go up to here and as low as this. This is perfect for a flipper. So look here, a tunnel has formed that is quite huge. So right now, like there's definitely a fight going on here. People are trying to understand where's it gonna go. And it's probably gonna form the same type of tunnel that you see right here. You see here? So it's gonna like tunnel itself right here. So this is why I'm waiting for it to hit like 3.72, but it definitely bounced. Like this is a bounce, it bounced. And I'm waiting for it like to get to 3.73 approximately to get back into the action of my latest chain. You remember like 5 minutes ago it was at -7. Now it's at -4. So it's perfect. I'm waiting for it to go up and up and up. And eventually it's gonna go to like 2%, and then I'm gonna get the F out. And I'm gonna cap my 2% in the flip. So then I'll have another 2% added here. is gonna be at 24% total. Like it's probably gonna happen in the next few hours, guys. Let's see here. So, this was answered. Okay, say 5 minutes or 15 minutes, or is it just daily? Oh yeah, nice. The reef is pumping. Hopefully, Jam, you are in on the reef and you're hopefully making tons of gains. Let's check it out. You know what? I'm gonna do a move maybe, but I'm gonna try to reply to Cleo. So I'm trying to understand still. When you look at the logarithmic patterns, what is the lowest time frame that would work? Oh, okay, I see now what you mean. Oh my God. Um, I got it, Cleo. I'm sorry. Okay, so basically what Cleo is asking, you see, one moment, let me just zoom out here. So these are logarithmic patterns right here. So let's say that I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to draw, this is a logarithmic pattern, like it's something like this, right? And this is a long-term view because I'm sitting on the 1-day view. So normally, like you got this logarithmic here and that logarithmic there, which is a normal, very, very normal type of pattern in crypto. It will probably rebounce here because it always does. Like in crypto, when you have a huge bump like this, it normally gets to like 80% of its, 20% of its initial value, and then just bumps depending on the market, if it's bearish or it's bullish. You can see this according to different indicators. But then if it drops back again, that's normal. Like you might see a pump here towards the midsection, like approximately here, and then it's gonna rebound on this part, unless the market is going crazy and it might head on back over to the middle at the death valley to 50% of its initial value. Well, not initial, but pump value. So let me see here. For your question, basically, like logarithmics are like for long-term views. Like the more you look out, like 1 week, for example, you're gonna see the more logarithmics. So the picture is gonna get clearer and clearer. Of course, if you look, for example, at the, let's say, 8-hour view, so the 8-hour marketplace, you also see different patterns forming. Like from here all the way to here, you see, you also have a huge logarithmic pattern. So this is a great hold. This is definitely a great hold because normally when you see this type of logarithmic expression, so when it's going like this, it's getting ready to bump. Okay, it's getting ready to bump to its previous resistance or support levels right here, whichever comes first for this crypto asset. So definitely you can check it out on different time frames, Cleo, but it normally works for very large ones, like 6 hours, 1 day, 1 week, etc., etc. So don't think about logarithmics in 1 minute, 15 minutes, 1 hour. Forget about it. In daily, you can still see some good logarithmics, as you can see here, but hourly, forget about it. It's hard. With hourly, it's definitely hard because you can almost, it's just gonna be way more detailed for you. So I would prefer to have a look at logarithmics in like 2-hour, 4-hour pumps. This would detail what's going on in the market. But the good sign right now with the rune, you can see this crypto asset is like slowly heating up. Like it's gonna pump soon. So it's gonna go to $7. But it will take time. Like look, if I'm gonna show you how much time it will take, let me just take off auto and I'm gonna move here. And look, okay, let's say from here all the way to the previous support levels. You see, like it has a very high potential, but my God, the time frame, it's long. Like you're gonna wait. It doesn't even want to tell me the. Am I in trading view? Yeah, I am. That's weird. In trading view, normally, there you go. Okay, these are hourly bars. Let me just switch over to the hour days so that you can see exactly how many days this could take for it to bump. Back approximately, whoa. Yeah, half a month to get to just this price point right here. So maybe even a little bit less. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Okay, so if you grab it at the right price point at the bottom right here, normally like this is what you would see. So I don't think it's gonna reach like 102% in the next 11 days. But it definitely might pump to like $5. So this really depends. Guys, if the Bitcoin's gonna dump, forget about it. Like this thing's gonna fall. So you guys better watch out for the Bitcoin price. Like it's really, really important. Okay, so let's see here. Cleo, I think I answered your question. Let's see about the reef while I'm waiting for my gains here. Let's see here. Reef. Okay, so what do we have? Let me set it up on auto without the log view. There you go. So why are you saying it's pumping hard? It's not. It's not pumping. It's not pumping at all, man. Um, all right, so guys, do you have any more questions about Flipchain? Because if you don't, I think I covered a lot of topics here for Flipchain, and hopefully this answers tons of your questions. And I think I'm gonna do this maybe a little bit more often, where you guys can actually see me, doing my flips in live and doing some quick gains also on Flipchain. So let me know if this was kind of helpful for you guys. Let's see here. So we got no more questions, it looks like, unless there's a lot of lag. There's a lot of lag going on. So if there is lag, I'm gonna wait just a bit for you guys to write any questions if you might have any remaining questions. If no, I'm definitely gonna disconnect and stop this live stream. So it looks like you guys are okay. All right, guys. So in that case, thank you so much for being part of this live episode. I'm glad that you were great students asking amazing questions, raising your hands. So I really appreciate that, guys. And I'm going to do a few more episodes today, actually. So stay tuned. I'm going to cover tons of crypto today. All right, guys. So I'm going to cover the reef. I'm going to cover also other requested protocols like the Boson protocol that was requested by VPN, and also other blockchains. All right, guys. So see you all in the next episode. Cheers. My pleasure, Ahmed. My pleasure. Thank you also.